DJ Spark in the building with another album review, and today I'm reviewing Wizkid, More Love, Less Ego. Stay tuned for the end for a final score. Wizkid releases his 5th studio album where he really hones in on his strengths and kicks most of his weaknesses out of the room. This album is an afrobeats masterpiece. Mix that in with some R&B and dancehall and a little bit of jazz vibes, you have quite the sensual body of work. His vocals have really come a long way, especially from his debut album Superstar, where it sounded like he was kind of trying to imitate a mixture of Ayaz and Sean Kingston. Now he is cool, calm, collected, smooth, and sexy with pretty much every song on this record. This album is perfect for 2 types of occasions, and that's dinner parties and drinking wine with a significant other at 11 p.m. Everything about these Afrobeats and melodies just wants you to move back and forth and will definitely get you in the sensual mood. But that's kind of a double-edged sword when it comes to this album, right? Because if you are looking for something more introspective, conscious, thought-provoking, you are not going to get that because this album exudes love and sex throughout the whole album. But on that same token, that's exactly what the album is trying to do, and you have to respect the album for that, right? Because that's all it's trying to do. It's trying to create that late night vibe, and it's not trying to make you think. It's trying to get your body to feel certain emotions. And look, this music is so smooth. If you did have this on in the background of a dinner party or a social gathering in general, no one would bat an eye and no one would complain about it. And in that context, he really does stay in his lane. He doesn't swerve too much to hip hop except for really the Skepta verse, or really go into too futuristic or experimental instrumentals, but the album never becomes too tedious where you completely lose focus on it. And even though many of the beats do have similar drum patterns and instruments, he still keeps it fresh with vocals and little switch ups within the instrumentals. For example, in the songs Balance and Deep, 2 of my favorite songs on the record, they do include a saxophone to give it some more jazz bar vibes, and it works really well. I wish that there was more saxophone throughout the album. And the features on Slip and Slide with Skillibeng and Shenseea, and the Skepta feature on Wow, these are just amazing additions. Wow actually has a darker feel than the rest of the album, especially adding Skepta to it, where it really provides that darker atmospheric mood compared to the rest of the record. And the Don Toliver feature on Special works as well. I think Don Toliver's vocals have really good chemistry with Wizkid's vocals, as the 2 talk about how special their significant others' bodies are. And the guitar leads on Bad to Me, Special, and Frames really give these instrumentals more uplifting and sunny moods, honestly. And those layers make a much bigger difference than one would think. The only song I really wasn't feeling on this album was Flower Pads. I thought there was a little too much auto-tune in the mix in the vocals, and I really wasn't feeling the melody with this one as much as the other songs. The instrumental also felt a little bit more bland compared to the rest of the tracks on the record. And what else can you say about this record other than Wizkid is the king of Afrobeats at this point? His vocals are absolutely perfect for it. The melodies that he creates overall are hypnotizing and entrancing while he croons about love and sex themes. Like I said before, he really stays in one lane throughout this record where many of the beats blend together as well as the themes. However, you really don't care that much while listening because his voice mesmerizes you and the atmospheric tones put you in a trance. I think we've seen Wizkid grow a ton, especially from that debut album back in 2011. His voice has matured, his vocals have matured in general, and I think his melodic songwriting has improved tenfold. No, this is not a thought-provoking album. This isn't an album that you are going to listen to at 1 a.m. in the club on a Saturday night. Overall, he just brings this Afrobeat R&B genre to life better than anyone I've ever heard before. And although no specific song really stands out as like, oh, this is for sure the best song on the record, because a lot of the songs are very similar. But maybe besides, like I said, the Flower Pads songs, there's really nothing that really makes you go, oh, I really am not feeling this whatsoever. Overall, the artistry that Wizkid provides is unlike anything we've heard before, so I'm going to give this album an 8.6 out of 10. I'm really glad that Wizkid has finally found a groove with this one, and I hope he continues to build off of this project. My favorite tracks on this album are Balance, Bad to Me, Wow, and Frames. I really enjoy enjoyed how the album ended, but what did you think? What were your favorite songs on the record? What were your least favorite songs on the record? And did you enjoy this project as much as I did? Thank you so much for coming by. If you liked the video, hit a like and subscribe to the channel if you love talking music, listening to music, and making music just as much as I do. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram at EJSpark1. And as always, you know what it is. It's peace, love. I love s'mores. EJ out.